Bienvenidos and welcome to another episode of Spain on a Fork. Today, we're going to grab the almighty sweet potato, truly one of the best ingredients available to us because they're heart healthy and packed with nutrients, and create an incredible recipe. We're talking sweet potato meatballs in Spanish-style onion sauce. Now the beauty of this recipe, besides the fact that it's easy to make and made with simple everyday ingredients, is that it comes together in about 30 minutes, yet the flavors feel like they've been simmering for hours and hours. Folks, serve this dish next to some roasted potatoes and a bottle of Spanish wine. You have yourself a fabulous meal. Alright, let's just jump right into this. I'm going to grab 2 small to medium-sized sweet potatoes that have already been washed and patted dry, and using a box grater, finely shredding them. You want to end up with 2 cups of shredded sweet potatoes, which is about 220 grams. As you can see, I'm leaving the skins on them as it adds more nutrients and flavors. If you prefer, you can peel the sweet potatoes. Then we'll add the shredded sweet potatoes over a cheesecloth and squeeze out all the water. You can also use a flour sack towel here, or add the shredded sweet potatoes into a colander and using the back of a wooden spoon, push out all the liquid. Either way, this is such an important step. That way you don't end up with soggy meatballs. And then we'll add in the shredded sweet potatoes into a large bowl. Then we'll crack in 2 large eggs into a separate bowl and whisk the eggs and pour the whisked eggs over the shredded sweet potatoes. We'll also add in half a cup of dry plain breadcrumbs, which is 55 grams, a quarter cup of finely chopped onion, which is 35 grams, finely grated 1 clove of garlic. As always, if you don't have a grater, you can just finely chop it. Half a teaspoon of sweet smoked Spanish paprika, which is 1.25 grams, half a teaspoon of ground cumin, which is 1.5 grams, and 2 tablespoons of chopped parsley, which is 5 grams. Then we'll add in 2 tablespoons of grated cheese, which is 15 grams. I'm using a Spanish manchego, but you can use any cheese you like. And season with sea salt and freshly cracked black pepper. And we'll give it a mix until it's well mixed together. Once everything's well mixed, we'll push down on the mixture until we end up with a paste-like texture. This is to ensure that all the ingredients are well bound together. That way once we're cooking our sweet potato meatballs, they don't break apart. To shape the meatballs, we'll grab a spoonful of the mixture and squeeze it in our hands. Once again, this is just to ensure that all the ingredients are well bound together. And shape into a ball about the size of a golf ball. And if you see that your mixture's too wet to work with, add in some more breadcrumbs. And vice versa, if it's too dry, add in some whisked egg. Once all the sweet potato meatballs have been assembled, let's start cooking them up. I'm going to heat a large fry pan with a medium heat and add in a quarter cup of extra virgin olive oil, which is 60 milliliters. Make sure you use the good stuff here. This is what truly makes the difference. Link where you get the Spanish one I'm using in the description box below. After a couple minutes and the oil's nice and hot, we'll add in the sweet potato meatballs. And you want to make sure they're on a single layer and evenly spaced out. And we're going to go between 8 to 10 minutes here until the sweet potato meatballs are golden fried all around. Once the sweet potato meatballs are golden fried, we'll remove them from the pan and set them aside. Now using the same pan with the same heat, let's make the onion sauce. I'm going to add in 1 medium-sized onion that's been finely chopped and 3 cloves of garlic that have been roughly chopped. And we'll mix the ingredients around continuously, that way they all evenly saute. After 3 to 4 minutes and the onions are slightly translucent, we'll add in a generous tablespoon of all-purpose flour, which is about 9 grams. And we're going to continue to mix this and go for 2 minutes on the flour. This is enough time to cook off the raw flavor in it, that way it doesn't overpower the flavors of the sauce. After cooking the flour for 2 minutes, I'm going to add in half a cup of dry white wine, which is 120 milliliters. If wine is not your thing, you can also use white grape juice here, or any broth of your choice, with a squeeze of fresh lemon juice. And we'll also add in half a teaspoon of dried thyme, which is half a gram. And we're going to continue to mix this and go for a few minutes on the wine. After 2 to 3 minutes, and the alcohol has been cooked off in the wine, and we've ended up with a paste-like texture, I'm going to add in 1.5 cups of vegetable broth, which is 360 milliliters. You can also use chicken broth here, or even water if you like. Just make sure to season accordingly if you're using water. And we're going to continue to gently mix this together and go for a few minutes until we end up with a slightly creamy sauce. After 4 to 5 minutes, and we've ended up with a slightly creamy sauce, we'll season with sea salt and freshly cracked black pepper, and give it one final mix. Then we'll add in the sweet potato meatballs back into the pan, once again on a single layer and evenly spaced out. And then give each one a gentle flip, that way they're fully coated in all that goodness. And we're going to simmer this for another 1 to 2 minutes until the sweet potato meatballs are heated through. Then we remove the pan from the heat, transfer some of the sweet potato meatballs into a serving dish, and top them off with some of the onion sauce. And for the final touch, we'll sprinkle with some chopped parsley. Check it out, our sweet potato meatballs in Spanish style onion sauce are done. Easy to make, simple heart-healthy ingredients, and all done in about 30 minutes using just one pan. Let's give this a try and see how it turned out. Once again, folks, sweet potato meatballs in Spanish style onion sauce. This looks out of this world. Here we go. Wow. Check this out. That's a double. This is out of this world good. Meatballs held their shape. They have so many great flavors to them, with the sweet potatoes really shining through. And that simple onion sauce rounds it up for the perfect balance. Easy to make, heart-healthy ingredients. Give it a try at home. Once again, next to some roasted potatoes and a bottle of Spanish wine, more specifically from the region of Jumilla, you have yourself a fabulous meal. Really quick before I go, a shout out to a couple of my patrons, Britt Saunders, Tom Pagano, and Maria. And guys, thank you so much for being patrons of Spain on a Fork. You know how much I appreciate you. Enjoyed today's video, hit that like button, leave me a comment below, and if you're not subscribed, don't forget to smash that subscribe button and click on the bell icon. That way you can get notified every time I release new content and to become a part of the Spain on a Fork family. Till the next time, hasta luego.